Do skincare and makeup need to be kosher? I will give you the short answer and the long answer on this one. The short answer is no. It's not something that we are eating. We're not ingesting it. It does not need to be kosher. Even lip products, which go on our lips and sometimes they get in our mouth, they don't need to be kosher. I will say that if something is made with bovine, then we would avoid it if it's something that would go on our lips, because we don't want to be eating and bovine, by the way, cow technically is a kosher animal, but it also has to be slaughtered in a kosher way and stuff like that. Like the same way that with milk, it needs to be from a kosher animal if you are ingesting it. Like you can't have camel's milk. I also want to share about what the word kosher means, because sometimes people get a little bit confused. Something being kosher, that doesn't mean that it's blessed by a rabbi. When it comes to kosher food and we see like a rabbi or someone looks like a rabbi who's at the restaurant or who's at the facility where the food is being made, he's overseeing the process. Basically, he's just making sure that nothing gets into the food that isn't kosher and watching over the whole process. But he's not actually blessing the food. The only person who's blessing anything is the person eating the food, and we're saying a blessing to God to thank them before we eat the food. Not always so great with my own blessings, to be very honest with you. I'm a work in progress. I think every Jew is a work in progress. I think every person is a work in progress. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff so much. Now, sometimes we'll use the word kosher in a way of talking about how something is done, like lighting a kosher menorah or lighting a menorah in a kosher way. And that's to say that it's following the way the law is written. So that's how we'll use kosher in a way when we're not talking about food. But for the most part, when we're talking about kosher, it's talking about food and things that we ingest. Since I feel like you guys are definitely gonna ask about medicine, because I was talking about ingesting things, in terms of our health comes first before the laws. So if something isn't kosher and we need it to survive, we can have it. We can have blood transfusions from anybody. There's no issues there. We can have something put into our body that's made from a pig. This is about our health. If we can avoid a medication that, let's say, has gelatin in it, or it's coated with something that's not kosher because there's another option we can have, then we're meant to go with the option that is kosher. And for vitamins, which some will see as not a necessity, they will only use kosher vitamins. My local grocery store actually has an entire wall of kosher vitamins if you guys want me to show you that. It's really amazing. So this is a lot of my skincare. None of it, has a kosher certification. It doesn't need a kosher certification. This is the stuff I use every day. This is actually how I set things up. This is what I use at night, and this is what I use in the morning. It just keeps everything organized for me. And sunscreen, by the way. Do not forget your sunscreen. Now, there are two things about makeup, by the way, and I feel like I need a whole nother video on this, but there's makeup that's kosher for Pesach. So some people like to have makeup that only has ingredients that are kosher for Pesach. Like this literally says on the back, chametz free, reviewed by the Star K. This is the brand Sapphire, the reflection in there. And the other thing is makeup for Shabbos. There's some people who won't use cream makeup on Shabbos, only powders, because you don't want to be like painting on your face. There's a lot more to that. Again, I would need a lot more time.